In today's Pilates practice, we're going to use a variety of rather dispensable props. So if you don't have them, no big deal. We're going to work with ankle weights, which are representing the fact that in a studio you will have your legs in a strap. So if you don't have ankle weights, this is not a factor. It's just to give some weight to the bottom of the leg, because we are working on rolling through the spine today as our focus point in order to make it more flexible. That's dispensable prop number one. If you have a yoga block, a ball, something to put between the knees just to give you a constant is great. Some kind of TheraBand or stretchy band to give a little bit of traction is great. And we will be ending on the foam roller to loosen everything up. So just take your time and organize yourself in whatever way feels good for you. To start out, all the rolling we do in Pilates is intended to really get every bone in the back articulating, and all of us have weak areas and stronger areas in the whole spectrum of the deep muscles of the abdomen, and we want to find where our weak spots are. So feet with the knees bent, a ball, a yoga block, or something between the legs, at whatever way that feels comfortable for you. How close or far away is your call. Test run. You're going to hum and roll down and notice the change in sound as you go back. So here we go. And every place that there is a slight change of sound, you have a weak spot, and we're going to go into that. Here we go, coming up. Just listen to the sound of your own voice so you can find mine. So here I'm going, right there. Right there, another one for me. I'm coming up. So now that we know where our weak spots are, you can hum until you hit your first spot. Right there for me. So find the spot, pause right there. Go up a little, down a little. Up a little, down a little. We're warming up that area. We're making it really start to contract. This is not in your back. This is all around the trunk. I can feel it deep in this front band in my body. Really making it work, going a little bit further. Right there, I start to feel the shake in my vocal cord, up and down. Really working into those abs, trying to get them to start to really work and strengthen a little bit further. Right there, up and down. And go to the floor. Oh, that's an ab workout. Reach the arms back. Here, let me go down, arms back. Right here, see if you can get a sense of your spine being long. It's going to start to loosen up. For me, usually a few roll-ups before the spine is long and flat. And starting up. Right there. So down a little. Up a little, down a little, up a little, down a little, up a little. See if you can really isolate where the body is not used to working and coming up to the next level. Right there. If you need to, you can always hold on. Get those muscles to wake up. Roll yourself all the way up and pause. Now we will roll in 3 stages. So roll down, See if you can get your sacrum kind of starting to be horizontal, up, down, up, down, up, down, and then bring the arms up, down, up, down, up, down. Roll a little bit further down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, 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 and then all the way to the floor. Oh my God. Lengthen the legs out. Stretch your arms out. Right here, stretch out the abdomen. Stretch out those muscles that you've just been contracting. You don't want to freeze them there. Take a deep breath in and please lift the diaphragm up. Inhale and swell and relax your back down. Inhale and swell and relax down. One more time. Inhale and swell and relax down. Bend your legs back up so your spine is long, and peel yourself up nice and slow. Can you really make the whole spine roll all the way up? Very, very good. And one more time, this time just full rolling down. Rolling down, checking that everything is nicely rolling through. This is an interesting area for all of us. Can you roll through the spine without over tucking? Once you're down, take the ball again. See, we let it go. Get it between your feet. Get your spine nice and long and bring your feet up so they're right under the knees. And we will be doing the bridging movement. We're kind of warming up the body before we get into our traditional workout. Rolling up and pressing the hips up as high as they will go. And then rolling down, articulating through the spine. All the way to flat. Starting in again, articulating through, the stomach rolls in, drops towards the spine, and right here, everything is pressing up in the hips. It's easier to inflate the chest, but please see if you can roll from the hips. Make that part of the body move. And one more time, pressing down, lifting the hips up, lengthening through the quads, opening the chest, elongating everything, and then rolling back down all the way. And then bring your feet together so the knees are apart, but again the feet are together now, and roll up again. So it's setting the hips in a slightly different way. Roll down. Again, rolling up, rolling down, and one more time this way, rolling up, lengthening the thighs, and rolling down. Now, from this position, you get the ball out, and you open your feet so they're the width of your yoga mat. And you want the arms to the side. Take your left knee and drop it to the floor and let the right knee drop down. Now when the leg is going down, start to feel that you're reaching your knee away from you. Depending upon how loose or tight you are, your hip may come up higher. You want to see if you can get that stretch in the front of the quad, maybe even this whole area of the waist. Can you keep the shoulders on the floor? Now here's your transition. This knee starts to come up. So right at the top, you have the knees nice and open, and then this knee goes heavy and the other knee rolls in. As it rolls in, the knee is reaching towards the foot and you're stretching in your waist area. We get very tight and compressed there, and internally rotating the top knee. Again, this knee comes up first. You open the thighs and then you drop this thigh in. Open the other thigh out. Lift the knee up. Drop the hip down. Drop the knee out. Lazy movement of the knee coming in the opposite direction. Opening out in the waist. One more time, lifting the knee up, dropping the hip down, rolling the knee out, other knee comes down and stretch. Last one, lifting the knee up, dropping it down, other knee comes to the floor and stretch. Coming back up. Get your hips nice and even. Open the knees as wide as you can. I know a lot of you can go very wide. Bend both knees towards each other. So all we're doing now is loosening up in the hips. Open, close, open, close, open, close. And one more time like this, open and close. So we're warming the body up. It's like a pre-Pilates setup. Check that your spine is nice and long now. The fingers are in what's called golfer's grip. So the elbows, the wrist is straight. Hands are on your temple area. Elbows are going towards the floor. Knees and feet are together. Elbows come up and in, touch. Elbows go out to the floor. Elbows come in and touch. Elbows go out to the floor. Keep going with this movement. Now we're really loosening up the shoulders. Notice the shoulder blades spread away from the spine and the front of the pecs open. Elbows and elbows. Keep going with this movement. We're warming up the whole shoulder girdle. Make sure the spine is not moving. It's not essential that the elbows touch. You may be very tight. What matters is that you're lubricating the joints now and making everything really start to work well. Now, warming up the ankles. Doesn't matter if you have something on your legs or not. Bring your leg up to a 90-degree angle and take the opposite leg onto the floor properly extended. Your hands will be by the knee and you gently push the knee away from the body. So you want a 90-degree angle here and a nice long trunk here. Once you have this position, start circling your foot around. Big movements of the ankle, loosening up the ankle joint and the toes. And the whole focus here is that you're not moving the leg at all. It's just isolating into the ankle. They can get very stiff. So just keep working that foot, working the toes. Can you do a bigger circle than you thought you could? Very often people have a lot more range of movement. It just doesn't occur to them to explore it. Keep going a few more in this direction. You may be cramping. That means you really need this. And then you reverse, circling in the other direction. Warming up the feet. Making sure that everything gets nicely lubricated. A little bit more. And bring the foot back down. Bend the knees up again to get the back nice and stable. Lift the other leg up. Again, extend this leg out. And start circling your ankle. So check that you've got a 90-degree angle of the joints. And you're doing as big a circle with the ankle as you possibly can. So we just, as I said, moving and loosening up the extremities in preparation for our workout, our Pilates mat workout. reverse in the opposite direction. Sometimes we can get clicking and grinding because we have tendons and ligaments or scar tissue that has accumulated, and we want to start to get that all sorted out. And then come on down, and where is the strap? TheraBand will do even, well, magic circle will be a little tricky, but the hands are a little bit wider than the shoulders. I'm going to drop one level. This is a very light band, and pull it open and bring it up. I'm actually working with two. I want more tension. So the nice thing is we want this sense of tension as we pull out, and you should feel this across the chest, below the collarbones, and of course into the arms. We want to get the pecs starting to work. So this whole movement of the arm connects into this front chest area, and we want to get it to happen for us. Just a few more like this. We're really fatiguing the area. Very good. Now, take your arms above your head. Again, your back should be flat and long. We have different ranges of movement with our own shoulder. Keep the shoulders down and start pulling apart. This is a weaker place. I'm going to lighten up the load a bit. Same thing. Now it's affecting more of the deltoids, the top of the shoulders. We want that area to start to be challenged. Just a little bit more. And relax. Excellent, excellent work. Please, if you want to, you're going to start working with the legs in the air. So I am letting go of the ankle weights. And we are going into the hundreds. If you have a strap or TheraBand, it's a fun way to use it. But if you don't, no worries. You want the band around the feet. I'm going to double up so it's a little bit stronger. This is definitely a light tension. And from here, curl up and lengthen the legs away. And we will start breathing and breathing out. Breathe in, breathe out. Your focus is on a long exhalation. Again. 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 Last one. Lower the legs down. I need to get them out of here to get them to the floor. Keep the band close by. Stretch your arms over your head. Find a tension that feels good for you and slightly pull the arms apart. So it's going to work into a different part of your chest and your arms. Bring the arms to the ceiling. Pull them apart a little bit. Curl your head and chest. Roll yourselves up. Stretch forward and roll back through the spine. Extend your arms out. Bring the arms up. Lift, curl, contract through the stomach. Stretch long and roll back. And stretch out. Again, roll, stretch, roll back, and long. A few more times. Roll, stretch, roll back, and long. And last one. Roll, stretch, roll back, and out. Now, let's put that to one side and go back for something that we can put between our legs and feet. And I'm walking with the ball between my ankles. So from here, you don't want you to lose whatever object you place there. We're going to do roll over. Very important is pressure of the hands into the mat. Use that to help lift your hips and take your feet towards the floor. If your back's stiff, you're going to pause where you want to get to and roll down. So some of us have stiff backs and you want to slowly loosen up the back. Up you go again. See if you can go a little bit lower. Roll back. So just keep using this movement to increase the range. Over towards the floor and back. You're gradually also looking to get your bottom right above your shoulders. And roll down. 2 more times like this. Roll up, stretch, and roll down, and reach. And last one, roll up, stretch, and roll down, and reach. Very nice. Let's take the ball away and stretch your legs out. Nice long legs, long stomach, good cat. Arms over your head. This is an unusual position to create a lot of length in your body. Flex your feet and feel the heels and the fingertips moving away from each other, and this nice tight firm navel in the middle, and firm up the sense of your hips. When I say firm the hips, think of the side of the hips. I'm going to bend my hand. So right here in the bony structure, can you get a sense of that being compacted? Not necessarily the glutes, which are lower, and the thighs. That will be a harmonic. But right there in the hips. You're so sweet, my little kitty cat. Now, from here, take the right leg and just lift it straight up to the ceiling. So you have this 90-degree angle. Hold the position. Bring the leg down 45 degrees. Hold the position with strengthening of physiology. Bring the leg down. Take the other leg up. 90 degrees if you can get it there. Hold the position. 45 degrees. Hold the position. Lower the leg down. We'll do this again. Right leg up, hold the position. We're going to hold it a little bit longer now. 45 degrees, hold the position. All the way down. Other leg comes up, hold the position. 45 degrees, hold the position. All the way down. I'm just moving so you can see more of my full body. And we will do our single leg circles from this position versus this position, which is the traditional one. The reason for this is it allows for stretching and a lengthening in the lats and the side ribs that very often we don't address as much as we can. It's part of what will give you a very long structure and a long skeleton, which we want especially as we get older. Lift your leg up if you can get it to a 90-degree angle. Great for our 5 single leg circles. Circle 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold your thigh and stretch your leg towards you. Nice long stretch. Hands back. Lower the leg down. Lift the other leg up. Circle 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bring the leg more towards you. Hands back. Lower the leg all the way down to the mat. Very, very good. Peel up nice and slow. And pop your bottom forward for rolling like a ball. Let's grab the ankles. Lift up. Curl back. Just rock back a little bit. Rock up a little bit. Rock back a little bit. Rock up a little bit. Let's see if we can go a little further back. Rock and rock up. A little further back. So we're just toying with this roll, trying to make it into slow motion. And up. So take your time, play with it. How slow can you make the roll? So you really work into all these funky little funny places in your own spine. One more time, slow motion. And now nice and fast, fun. Just go for it. Rock back, rock up, rock back, rock up, rock back, rock up. 2 more times. You're rocking it. And up. 1 more time back. And up. Very, very nice. Get your ball or your block and place it under your own sacrum. So take a moment and feel the pressure down. Now this is the softest ball, so it's interesting because it's not giving a really nice stable position. But can you curl up in this position? And it's going to create a nice length. From here we're going into our single leg stretches. 1 and 2. This is an interesting way to go about it because it's so wobbly. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Hands on the mat. Lower your feet towards the floor without letting the back arch. Let's move the ball a little bit further down so it really grabs the base of the pelvis and hooks it. Roll your feet up into those deep low abdominals. Roll your feet down, seeing if you can keep that sacrum long. Roll your feet up. Roll your feet down. Roll your feet up. Roll your feet down. And roll your feet up. From here, push the ball a little bit away from you. We're just loosening up a very tight area. Pull the ball in. We're massaging the skin. Push the ball away. Pull the ball in. Push the ball away. So you're sliding and tractioning and stimulating the bones there away. And pull. Now, feet will come down and you lower your bottom down. Your pelvis should feel completely different now. From here, get the ball right between the shoulder blades. So you're curled up, but you're using the pressure to get this part of the body down, so the whole trunk should be very firm and very stable. Bring the knees in for double leg stretches. So we have this opposite energetic. Legs go away, circle and in. Legs go away, circle and in. Stretch and in. Stretch and in. Stretch and in. And last one like this. Stretch and in. Bring your feet down. And now get the ball out. And we go right into our scissors. The spine is much more lubricated now. Lift the legs up. Curl your head and chest up. Hold your right leg. Pull, pull. 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 Hands behind your head. Lift. Lower the legs. Lift them up. Lower the legs. Lift them up. Lower the legs. Lift them up. 2 more times. Lower. Lift. Last one. Lower. Lift. Bend your feet in. Stretch your legs out. Stretch your arms out. And peel off the mat to come up. Now, for crisscross, we're going to do a variation. So the knees are bent again. Let's get the ball between the knees. Hands are behind your head. Lift your back up as best you can. So how much spine lift can you get? Lean back just like we did at the beginning. Find that first spot of articulation. Twist to the right. Twist to the left. Twist to the right, twist to the left, twist to the right, twist to the left. Back to the center, next level down. Right, left, right, left, right, left, and further down. Right, left, right, left, right, left, and come back up and stretch your legs out. For spine stretch forward, let's go from here to our strap. The body is nice and long. You pull apart with your hands. So the moment you pull apart, you activate the arm muscles and the chest muscles. Take a breath in. And start opening up the lumbar spine. You want this nice, round, even curve of the back. Roll back up and sit up. And again, pulling up the spine and opening up the back, reaching forward. And come back up and lift. And again, rounding the spine, reaching forward and opening up the back body. Come back up. And last one like this. Rounding and reaching and curving and coming back up. Put the strap to the side for open leg rocker. Good old traditional open leg rocker. Hold your feet. Rock back a little bit and extend the legs. Let's go back and forth. Bring the legs together. Bring them out. Bend them in. Lift them up. Bring them together. Bring them out. Bend them in. Last time. Balancing practice. Together. Out. And in. Make sure now you're at the front of your mat. If you are not, make sure there's no props or anything behind you. And open out 5 times back and forth. Here we go. Rock back, rock up. Rock back, rock up. Rock back, rock up. Rock back, rock up. Last one. Rock back, rock back up. Hold it, hold it, hold it. And bend your feet and come down. Roll down on your back and get the block or whatever you're using between your ankles for corkscrew. So the ball is between my ankles, the body is nice and long, the legs are right above the hips. Move the feet above the chest, round to the right, over to the left above the chest. Left, round and up. Right, round and up. Left, round and up. Right, round and up. Last time. Left and up. And bend the feet and come down. Now, we did roll over where we got the bottom up in the air. Let's go towards a jackknife movement with this practice. So take the legs to 45 degrees. Bring the legs up. Take the legs forward 45 degrees. Think of the angle of the legs and roll through the spine as high up on your shoulders as you can. Roll back down, so you're retracing your steps 90 degrees, 45 degrees. We'll go a little faster. You come forward and roll up so you can get towards straight. Roll back down and out. Again, roll and come up as high as you can. Roll down and out. Last one. Roll and go up and roll and come down. Bend your knees, bring your feet on the floor, stretch your legs out and roll yourselves up for your opening of the side ribs, the warm-up for saw, which I so love. The hands are behind the head and the back is straight. Rotate to the right, left elbow to left knee, open up this right side. That's the only thing we're looking for. Back, rotate to the left, right elbow to right knee. And out. So in this movement, you're looking to open up your ribs. Center, twist, open up the ribs, and center, and open up the ribs, and center, and open up your ribs, and center. Hands are behind you. Let's get the legs wider. So whatever angle you have, you want to be comfortably open. Now, we'll do the same thing. Notice this is my right hand on the floor and I'm sliding out. Now, how far I go is not important, but I'm looking at this line. Open it, take this hand out, and then bring it over your head and look under the arm upwards. So we're having a nice stretch on the whole side that's facing the ceiling. Come back, other hand on the floor, slide out, open your shoulders, bring the hand up, get even more spiral, and then stretch the hand out to open up the whole other side of the body. Really trying to get the trunk as mobilized and open as possible. Come back up. And now get your hands behind your back. So you're clasping your hands. Notice the shoulders. How much can you pull them back? So this area across here is what we're striving to get to open without too much inflation of the rib cage. You lift the chest and then you stretch your arms as far back as they will go to get a chest opening. Now bring the legs closer together again, so a little wider than your own mat. Hands come to the side, rotate to the right. My right hand goes behind. Pull the shoulder so you get a twist, reach 3 times. Reach, 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 come back. Twist, reach, 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 and open. Reach, 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 and open. Reach, 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 and open. Reach, reach, reach. Open, last one, reach, and reach, and reach, and open. Bring the hands down, and then coming onto your hands and knees. Starting out with a few cat-cows. Arch your back, curve your back, arch your back, curve your back, arch your back, curve. One more time, arch and curve, and then come forward for your swan dive. So forehead under your hands, just the warm-up version. Lift up a little bit and 8 pulses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and come down. Now from here, press your hips into the mat and ground your sacrum. And again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and come down. From here, lift up on your elbows and lengthen the front of your trunk as much as you can. Pull the shoulders wide and down, feet and knees together. Press your sacrum into the mat and double kick one side, double kick the other. Nice long spine, long stomach. Keep the hips grounded. Kick, kick. 2 more times. Kick, 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 kick. From here, lengthen down. Hands behind. Let me get my glasses off for this one. Double leg kicks. Kick, 2, 3, and open the chest. Other side. Kick, 2, 3, and open the chest. And kick, 2, 3, open the chest. Other side. Kick, 2, 3, and open the chest. First side. Kick, 2, 3, and open the chest. Last one. Kick, 2, 3, open, hands under your shoulders, and sit back towards your heels, lengthening your hips out and stretching your arms out. So you have a nice stretch in your spine, stretch in your hips, stretch in your shoulders, wherever you're feeling it. That's wonderful. Lift your head, look at your hands, walk your hands to the right side of your mat and drop down. So the left side of the ribs is getting a good stretch. Lift your head up, walk to the left side of the mat, drop your head down. Lift your head up, walk to the middle, come onto your hands and knees for your plank pose. From here, nice long body, right leg back and left leg back. Hold this position just to start to build stability and strength. You want to check that your back is long, your hips are firm, your legs are nicely squeezed together, and your back of your neck is lifted. Right foot in and left foot in. Reverse this. Left leg, right leg, hold. Left leg in and right leg in. And here we go again. Right leg, left leg, hold. Right leg in, left leg in, reversing it, left leg, right leg, hold. Left leg in and right leg in. Come up onto your hands and knees. Let me move back. Chest expansion. So your hips are under and your stomach is up. So we're trying to get as much lift here as we can. So the shoulders are right above the hips. The arms are straight. Bring the arms down, broaden the shoulders and take the arms back. Look to the right, look to the left, look straight, release the arms. Again, back, left, right, straight, release the arms, and again, right, left, straight, release the arms, and last one, left, right, straight, release the arms. Now, this is the funny thing about thigh stretch. We really want to be like a pole. So most of the times that people go back, they arch their back. Let's put our hands, first of all, on the waist, in the front and in the back. Make as much of a long waist as you can, so your buttocks will come under a bit. Get the waist long. Now, can you go back as a constant and come back? So you're really looking to get the thighs to stretch and nothing else. Again. One more time like this. Thighs stretch and back. Now, let's come and sit on the heels. So when you're sitting down on the heels, the thighs are constant. Can we hinge back the same way? And back. Hinge back the same way. And back. Hinge back the same way. And back one more time. Hinge back the same way. And come back. Now we're going to do a little experiment from here. You hinge back, so your back is long, and put your hands on the floor. So wherever you get to. This may be a thigh stretch for you. I have no idea. But can you lift your hips a little bit and increase the tension in your squats? We're not looking to get the back to be super flexible and bend. We're looking to get the hips up. Some of you may get the hips up really high. Sit back and come back. Again, hinge, hands back. Lift the hips a little bit or a lot so you really get a quad stretch. So this is what we're going for. Hips back and up. One more time back. Lift and stretch your quads. Back and come back up. Just for fun, to get this nice rotation, your back should be even and rotate to the right. Back to the center, rotate to the left. So we're spiraling around a straight spine. Back to the center. I'm turning sideways to make a point. This spinal column is straight. So I'm trying to see the thing. You want to stay straight. Often there's an arcing that happens, so parts of the spine get shorter and other parts get longer. We don't want that. We want a constant, so we're also stretching the skin. Remember, not that makes you go further. We want that lumbar spine protected. So you want like a tube around the lumbar spine holding it long. Let's do spine twist with the same concept. We have a tube around here that's holding the vertebra from overarching. Hands go to the side, rotate to the one side. Twist, twist, now twist and go a little further. Back to the center. Twist, twist and go a little further. Back to the center. First side, twist, twist and go a little further. Back to the center. Twist, twist and go a little further. Back to the center. One more time. Twist, twist and go a little further. back to the center, twist, twist, and go a little further, and back to the center. Very, very good. Let's roll onto our sides with some side kicks. So first of all, clams. I have become a big advocate of clams. So on your side, you want a straight line. Now, once you're here, lift this waist up a little bit. So this stacks the hips, makes the shoulders even. Base of the ribs even, and collarbones even. That's what you're looking for. Once you have that, lift your knee and lower it down. Lift and down. Lift and down. Lift and down. Lift and lift and lift and lift. I hope you've been pure in your movement. Now lift the knee so it's in line with the hip, and lift your foot up so it's in line with the knee. Are you still a constant? Because this is all hips. I'm going to put my hand here to keep it stable. Move the knee back. I'm adjusting this leg so it helps me stabilize. Move the knee and the thigh back as far as it'll go without your trunk changing shape. Move the knee and the thigh back. Move the knee and the thigh back. Bring it forward again. Watch as you come to the front that you're really just working it in the hip, not allowing the waist to start to be part of it. Now little circles around the socket. Reverse circles. Extend the legs out. Check that you're still stacked. Lift this leg up. You may be able to go very high. My range of movement is more restricted right now on this side. We all go through stages. Our body does different things. Work honestly with your own body. Hold it. Now here we go. I'm going to bend the knee a little bit forward, forward, back and back. So I work intelligently. You want to work intelligently in the hip. If you can have your legs straight, do so. Forward, forward, back, back. I'm sure it's real easy for many of you to keep the legs straight. One more time. Back, back. We're going to the other side. So shifting, ready, set yourselves up for your clams. So remember, little hole under the waist because our hips are usually wider than our waist. The ribs are even. The shoulders are even. The feet are lined up with the hips. Lift your knee. So up and down, working the leg in the socket, being aware that nothing else in the body is moving. Then lift your knee and lift your foot. So watch, there's usually a desire to drop in this position. Can you really, really be pure? Then bring the knee forward without the hip moving, without the body moving. Adjust the bottom leg if you need to really figure out your own biomechanics. You want to get that leg hinging in the hips. This is kind of like doing the leg springs, single leg springs, to start to isolate and free up the leg. This is very nice. Lots of nice work in the quad in my body. I hope you're getting that sense of how do I work this leg without, and then circling the leg around. And extending the leg out. So now we will work with the legs long. Lift your leg hip height. Again, can you make it go right in the socket? Moving it forward and back. This leg can be long and straight in my case. Bend your knee if it's too much. One more time. And then bring the leg together and you will lift and lower. So we're reversing the sequence because I forgot. Just so long as you make sure that you challenge both sides of your body. They can be very different. Your brain can be very different one side from the other. And bend the leg up and bring yourselves up to a seated position. So we've done a nice amount of variety in the body. Let's loosen it up now just as a form of recovery or therapeutics. I like to now blend most of my workouts as a combination of different things. So roll yourself back on your spine. Hips are long, chest is open, shoulders are wide, arms over the head, and arms back. So start to move back and forth. Wow. And see if you can get a sense of evenness in your skeleton as you're doing this. So I actually am going to adjust. I just realized I'm just on the edge, so I'm literally not on a stable surface. So keep going with the arms. Looking to start to even out the sensation between the right and left side of your body. We've opened it, we've lubricated it. Now we want to add even more. Then going side to side, opening the arms, closing. This foam roller is more soft. There's different types of textures. Each one will have a different effect on the body. I find the slightly softer textures more comforting on the tissue, and the more hard surface, more, let's get down to business. Now, business can be defined in a lot of different ways, so the benefits to both. If you're achy and tired, the soft surface is a much more nourishing effect. If you want to really pressure point into an area, the harder surface is beneficial. They're both good. Bring the hands down. Let the shoulders relax. You can let the elbows relax. Roll your head to one side. So I'm rolling and starting to discover and uncover the stretch on the side of the neck into the shoulder. Roll up, roll your head the opposite direction. Drop the shoulder wide. Roll back, first side again. And back. Drop your face and head to the other side. Let the shoulder drop out. One more time, first side. Other side. Now, palm of the hands facing up and rotate the hands all the way above your head. Rotate them back. Evening out the right side and the left side to the best that your body's able to do today. Expanding everything. Lift the hands up to the ceiling, let the elbows drop, hands go back, hands go down, back and forth. a seated position and get the foam roller behind the low shoulder, just below the shoulder blades on the bra line. This is the area of the rib cage that is the most stiff and tight and rigid. We want to get those bones to loosen up. Lift a little bit up and then press. I'm using my feet. Press. If your foam roller is hard, be conscientious. And sink into this area, lengthening it a little bit. Lift up and press in and see if you can get a sense of really allowing those bones and vertebra and ribs to receive the pressure. Now, a little chugging right here. This is so valuable to start to soften the tissue up right in there and traction it. Roll a little bit higher up. So now it's in the shoulder blades, lifting up a bit, pressing into the shoulder blades and allowing that area to move. Can you feel the vertebrae in the back and the harmonic into the sternum? Pressing into this area. Pressing into the area. One more time. Pressing into the air, lift a little bit, and again, chugging back and forth. Roll a little bit more up and drop down. Back a bit and up. For a lot of us, this area is super, super tight. So if you bring your elbows forward, you spread the shoulder blades and let the elbows float out, but don't crunch. Can you get into this area and allow it to release? And again, chugging or moving back and forth, kind of encouraging the connective tissue in here to start to kind of not be so stuck or fixed in its patterns. Roll a little bit further up. So as you can see, I'm at the top of my shoulder blades, top of my rib cage, back and forth. And chugging. Down. Now have a look at what I'm going to do next. I'm going to lift up my hips and roll back and forth. Just asking this area to soften up. So right now I'm working in the ribs. And then come up, get the foam roller down in the waist area. And again, rolling back and forth in here. So I'm rolling up to the pelvis and up through the ribs. Back and forth. Back and forth. Not sure what I would think of this on a super hard foam roller, but use your judgment. It feels delicious. One more time. And roll yourself off just for a minute. Lie down on your backs. You've done a mix of really strongly activating your trunk and your powerhouse, and you worked into a nice little routine of a mat class with some funky quirks to it. And then we did some release work at the end to kind of open the tissue up. So it was a very multifaceted hybrid of a workout. I hope your body feels good and organized and integrated. And when you're ready, you will come up. And I hope you can take your workout into the day and have a fabulous day.